You got the notification on a Tuesday afternoon, mid-bite, mid-scroll, no rain, no dramatic music, just a cold corporate message telling you that you'd been replaced. And somehow the worst part was that you finished your rice anyway. For 3 weeks, you let their calls go to voicemail, reacted to their memes with a thumbs up, and told yourself you were protecting them. But the second they showed up at your door and saw the closed curtains, the couch blanket, the untouched dishes, something on Katsuki's face made you realize they hadn't been waiting to give you space. They'd been waiting to find out if you were still okay. The notification comes on a Tuesday, which feels wrong somehow. Bad news should arrive on Mondays, or in rain, or at least after midnight, not at 2 in the afternoon, while you're eating leftover rice from a container and watching nothing in particular on your phone. Effective immediately, Hero Unit 7 will be restructuring its active roster. Your position has been filled by a hero with a skill set better aligned with our current mission parameters. We thank you for your service. You read it 3 times, and then you put your phone down on the coffee table and finish your rice. You don't tell them right away. Katsuki finds out the way he finds out most things, from someone else, at the worst possible time. He's in the middle of the brief with Jiro when his agency contact mentions offhand that Unit 7 dropped a roster member, and something in his chest goes cold and animal before he even confirms the name. He calls you twice. You send him to voicemail. She's not picking up, he says flatly. I know, Ijiro replies. The first week, you cancel dinner with the excuse of a headache. The second week, you say you're tired. The third, you stop making excuses at all. You just let their messages sit there, blue marked and unanswered. Little weight-bearing walls between you and anything that might crack you open. Ijiro sends you memes. You react to them with a thumbs up. Katsuki texts, "Coming over tonight." You text back, "I'm actually going to sleep early. Sorry." He reads it and doesn't respond, which is somehow worse than if he'd argued. They give you 2 weeks before they stop asking, or they do not. It's a Sunday when they show up, and you know it's them before you even reach the door, because Katsuki doesn't knock so much as announce himself. 3 sharp raps against the door, like he's trying to wake the building. You stand in your hallway for a long moment, wearing an oversized shirt that belongs to Ijiro, and socks that don't match, and you think very seriously about pretending to not be home. And then you open the door. They both look at you like you've done something terrible to them by being exactly as okay as you've been pretending to, which is to say not at all, and apparently visible about it. "Hey," you say. "Hey, Ryan," Ijiro says, carefully, like the word is load-bearing. Katsuki says nothing. He walks past you into your apartment, scanning it the way he scans unfamiliar terrain. And his jaw tightens when he sees the dishes in the sink, and the curtains still closed at noon, and the blanket on the couch. That means you've been sleeping out here. "Sit down," he says. It doesn't sound like a command. It sounds like the only thing he knows how to say that means, "I'm scared," or "I'm worried." You sit. Ijiro takes the cushion beside you and leaves barely an inch of space between your shoulders. And Katsuki pulls the armchair around so it's facing you directly instead of the television, which is the most emotionally direct thing you've ever seen him do. Talk, he says. There's nothing to talk about. You pick at the hem of your sleeve. It's fine. These things happen. You've been ghosting us for 3 weeks. Ijiro says quietly, not accusatory, just honest. I've been busy. Doing what? Katsuki's voice is sharp, but not cruel. He's frustrated, and you know the difference now. The way you've learned to read the difference between him pulling away and him reaching forward with too much force. You're not working. Your agency dropped you from active rotation. What are you doing here? The word dropped, landed, like a hand to the sternum. I needed some time too. Don't, he says. You go quiet. Ijiro reaches over and wraps his hand around yours. He doesn't say anything yet. He just holds it steadily, the way he does everything, like endurance is a form of tenderness. You could have told us, he says. You're busy. You look at the curtains. You're doing really well right now. Your numbers are up. The agency loves you. Katsuki, you're in the top 15. And Iji, you're doing the circuit in Osaka. I didn't want to. Your voice does something embarrassing. You stop, reset, try again. I didn't want to be the person who pulls you back. Silence. And then Katsuki leans forward with his elbows on his knees and looks at you with an expression that has absolutely no business living on his face. Open and furious and completely devastated. And he says, You think we give a shit about the numbers right now? Katsuki, we've been calling you for 3 weeks. His voice is lower now, which is worse. 3 weeks of leaving you alone because we thought you needed space. And this whole time you're in here deciding you're not worth, what? Pulling us away from work. Like we choose that over. He stops, looks at the ceiling, breathes. You're an idiot. Katsuki, Ijiro says. She is. But it's soft. You're an idiot, and I'm furious at you. And I want you to know that I would bench myself for the rest of the year before I spent another 3 weeks wondering if you were okay. Something in you breaks open, quietly, like a seam given way. I felt worthless, okay? Like everyone was moving forward, and I was the only one who got left behind. And I couldn't be around you too and not feel like a reminder of everything I'm not. Ijiro makes a sound like you've hurt him without meaning to. Lion, we're your boyfriends. You're supposed to let us in when it's too bad. Katsuki gets up. For a moment you think he's leaving, that he has seen what you're talking about. But he just comes to the other side of the couch and sits down. The unit made a bad call. That's on them, not you. And you're not benched. You're between. That's different. It doesn't feel so different. I know, but it will. You're sleeping in an actual bed tonight. Katsuki says, It's my apartment. I know, I'm staying. Ijiro hums in agreement. Me too. You almost laugh. You can't both fit. Then it will be crowded. Ijiro says simply, and he squeezes your hand. And that's the end of the argument. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And goodbye.